What's going on, guys? Ricky Buzz back here again to talk about the whole Romelu Lukaku situation. But first, before I begin that, just want to say happy August to everyone. Hope you guys have a fantastic month, and hope you guys are having a fantastic day or week whenever you're watching this. As well as, I'll be announcing the winner of the giveaway on August 24th. So yeah, be sure to sign up and get in that. I have a link to it on my Twitter. It's my pinned tweet. So be sure to check that out. As well as, yeah, let's get right into it. So Romelu Lukaku will be leaving Inter on a transfer fee of 115 million euros. Uh, I can see both sides of the argument. For fans, more or less a bit skeptical, a bit annoyed with the management, given the fact that management did say that after Ashraf Hakimi leaving, there would be no other big transfers or no other players that essentially would be going out the door. Barring, other players would go out the door. Jean Mario, I think he's finally off the books. Rajan Angolan, I think he's off to Calgary or wherever he's off to. But no other key first team players in the squad would be leaving. So I can understand it. I can understand why Simeone and Zaghi would be more than angry. I can understand why fans are angry as hell, given the fact that management has basically lied, spit in the face, and been very disrespectful. Given the fact too that Simeone and Zaghi's coming in to replace Antonio Conte, who left, given the fact that the club weren't matching his ambition, and even told Conte before he left, we're going to have to get rid of a star player. That player ended up being Ashraf Hakimi, who's ended up going to PSG for 70 million, which surprisingly enough, we still owe money to Real Madrid. We still owe a little bit of money, I think, to Man United, anyways, for Romelu Lukaku. As well as I think players need to also be paid their wages, or they might need to still be paid wages on time. I'm not sure what that is, but we're here to talk about Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku's on his way to Chelsea, 115 million euros, what's quoted. I see both sides of the argument. Some saying if he really loves the club, he should stay. Both him and Ashraf Hakimi, when he did the kissing of the badge, saying here as an indicator of I'm here to stay, or more or less the fact that hey, the Scudetto's ours, one of the two. While others are more or less on the, yeah, he's a star player, we need him, but 115 million, 28 years old, where are you gonna find that? You don't really see big budget deals like that unless it's a key quality player. But then again, we did have a very top prolific striker. Given the fact that what he's done in his career, what he did at Everton, his first stint at Manchester United, what he's done for the past 2 seasons with us, as well as what he's done for his national, as well as what he's done with his national team in Belgium, as well as what he did in the 2018 World Cup, for how good Belgium played to his strengths, as well as what he's just done previously this past month in the Euros. Romelu Lukaku, who is top four striker, I think Robert Lewandowski, Lukaku. I, I'm going to put Suarez in top four. Harry Kane. I would say Suarez. Yeah, 4 leagues. Harry Kane, Lukaku, Lewandowski, Suarez. Yeah, so he is top four striker in basically literally all of Europe. So it would make sense, as well as the fact that okay, there's two sides to it. Chelsea literally just won the Champions League. They're rebuilding their squad. They're looking to bring in, I think, or they're more or less just needing a target man, someone to help replace, not replace Timo Werner, but more or less convert the chances that Timo Werner missed. Especially if you watch the Champions League final, the chances that Timo Werner missed, he missed I know for a fact twice. I said if legit they don't score, the City's gonna come back and it's gonna come to bite them in the butt. But yeah, they're looking more or less for a number 9, a player in the box. Romelu Lukaku's pretty good at bullying the smaller teams. I know they ended up losing to Aston Villa, I think, the last game of the season, but they ended up still making Champions League football. So yeah, I can see more or less where Chelsea's looking at it from a standpoint. For us at Inter, this isn't really a good thing. I mean, we just lost Ashraf Hakimi. Need to replace that. Inquiries for Denzel Dumfries, a Dutch right back, have been made. Let's see how that goes. But then there's the issue of trying to replace Romelu Lukaku himself. There's reports of David Zapata from Atalanta. I'd personally rather go for Bellotti. There are some players or some people that want to go for Fiorentina striker Vajic or Vushak, the 21-year-old striker from Fiorentina, and controversial enough, bringing back Mario Icardi. I'm not sure if people are joking or if people are serious. Personally, I'd welcome it back, just because hey, knows the club, did pretty well, all that good stuff. But I digress. More or less, this isn't really a situation that most Inter fans had saw coming. Literally, we just won the league in May. Literally, we're celebrating, about to go into the Euros. Reports Antonio Conte leaves because the club can't match his ambition. The club's kind of in a financial rut, which more or less brings back the Super League question. Was Super League a good idea? Given the fact that Barcelona is now in... I just got finished watching the Messi press conference. Barcelona is now in trouble financially. Real Madrid's in a bit of trouble financially. I wouldn't say in trouble, but more or less they've just sold Rafael Varane for 30 million, which is a bit funny, especially given the COVID market. You'd think a player of that would go for at least 50, 60, but I think 30, 40 million he's gone for. Who else is in there? AC Milan, Juventus as well. Juventus is even having trouble trying to get Locatelli from Sassuolo. So it kind of brings the issue of maybe the Super League would have been good, as well as the Chinese government's restrictions on Sunning. But I'm not very good in the financial aspect or that whole debacle. So I'll just stick to what I know. But tell me down below, what do you guys think about this? What is your personal feelings? If you're a rival fan, how do you honestly feel? Some people say, like, oh, well, losing key players in the league doesn't help the brand. I kind of disagree because, I mean, here, I live in the United States. Here in the U.S., we get the Bundesliga on Fox like it's nothing, and the only two quality teams is Bayern and Dortmund, with a little bit of RB Leipzig coming up in the most recent years, but really it's just Bayern, Dortmund, and RB Leipzig, so yeah, it's just strange and weird. Some fans are saying, well, it makes the league look pathetic, it makes the league look weaker. I have a feeling more or less it has to do with TV deals, TV rights. Even then, Serie A just sold the rights from ESPN Plus to Paramount Plus, so that's a whole nother discussion in that. Now I have to switch over from ESPN Plus to Paramount Plus just to watch Serie A, which is ridiculous. Some people are saying, well, it's a bit funny, let's laugh at Inter. Now we go back to the banter era. Haven't just come out of the banter era and being taken seriously. It's a lot going on, and now it's just a bit funny. The key issue is we have till I think the end of the month to figure out how to replace this. Who are we going to get to be the adequate replacement? David Zapata, for what I'm hearing, is 30, 40 million euros, which, I mean, he's on, but I think he is 30 years old. And even then, I don't think he started much for Atalanta this season, or the past season, as well as even Colombia during the Copa America. I don't think he started as much. So, and some fans might not want him. There's Torino with Andrea Bellotti, which I would personally go for. I personally think he'd be a good fit. There's a player from Fiorentina. Even then, there's Sergio Aguero, who's trying to get out of Barcelona. He's trying to end his contracts out of Barcelona, given the whole Messi debacle. But yeah, if you're an Inter fan, what do you personally think about this? What are your personal thoughts on Romelu Lukaku? I can see why Romelu Lukaku more or less might want to go back. I said it a bit similar to Jose, but for Jose, it's like you have nothing to prove in England anymore. You've won a Europa League. You've won a European title. Might not be a prestigious title, but it is still a European title. You've won a Europa League with United. You've won the double. You're the only, I think, only manager to win a double in your first season at two different clubs. You don't have nothing to prove. Whereas Romelu Lukaku more or less might want to go back and prove uh, people wrong. Given the fact too that more or less his end at Manchester United wasn't very good. His first season was very good. His time at Everton was fantastic. I mean, to be fair, you would make sense that it did kind of justify the price tag. Uh, but yeah, even now too, a Scudetto winner. Uh, need to figure out what his goal contribution was for goals enter Lukaku. Across all competitions. He scored 54 goals across all competitions for us in 2 seasons. And as well as the fact he has become a better player. I mean, Antonio Conte has helped him in that department. As well as Romelu Lukaku more or less will be joining the Champions League winners of last season, Chelsea. As well as the fact that it's basically he can go back to Chelsea, prove himself at the club that more or less shifted him out. And as well as the fact he'll be joining a team more or less not built for him, but a team of, I guess, basically proven winners now that they've won the Champions League. As well as the attraction of being able to win more trophies. You won't have to worry about getting knocked out of the Champions League, which has basically happened. So personally, on that note, I do want to say thank you, Romelu Lukaku, for helping us bring Scudetto, as well as for the fantastic memories. Him and Ibra going at it when Ibra talked about voodoo and he said, "All right, I got you and your wife," and them the war of words. As well as the fact too, during the Champions League, he did help bail us out. People can't forget that either. That literally he helped bail us out. I know he did in the Europa League, ended up scoring an own goal. As well as other times, he kind of did let us down. Not did let us down, but didn't play up to his standards every game, but he did give 110%. He is a team player. He's someone who does try to make everybody feel welcomed. Even Christian Eriksen's come out and said during his time at Inter that Romelu Lukaku's tried to help him, especially with Italian. And yeah, so that's one thing I will miss is Romelu Lukaku as a team player. Seeing his name on the team sheet always got me excited going forward that, all right, we're gonna more or less the keeper's gonna have to work for it, and the defenders he bullied and bodied are going to have to work for it. It was a good battle to see him go against Koulibaly of Napoli, Chiellini of Juve, and bully some of their defenses, bully AC Milan's defense, bully Atalanta's defense, bully Lazio's defense. Yeah, and those are some good memories I'll keep. But yeah, we move on. We've kind of been down this road with strikers. When it comes to Inter's recruitment and strikers, we've had a pretty good track history. R9, Adriano, Crespo, Ibra, Eto, Milito, Palacio, Icardi, Lukaku, and whoever will be next going forward. I just do hope that more or less this doesn't lead to a transition or a trend of we might have to let go of maybe another potential one, or clubs see that Inter's vulnerable and going through a bit of financial trouble. All right, Man City just throws up a $95 million bid for Alessandro Bastoni. To be fair, if Man City did come in with a bid of 90 plus for Alessandro Bastoni, would you take it? Leave your thoughts down below on that. But more or less, they could come for Barella. Barella could be the next one. There's reports of Lautaro Martinez going to Arsenal. Which, why would you go to Arsenal? I mean, their squad's pretty imbalanced. They're not playing European football. You want to play European football so you can show the world, yeah, you're the real deal. As well as the fact that even if you do want to leave, that hey, you can get good money for me as opposed to going to Arsenal. Barella could be up on the market, who knows? But yeah, we'll see how this saga plays out. I do wish Romelu Lukaku all the best. Thank you for the memories and thank you for bringing us to Scudetto. I don't think anyone saw this coming. I'm sure Romelu Lukaku didn't see this coming, but I have a feeling more than likely probably he somewhat kind of made up his mind when Antonio Conte left. That's just my thoughts. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Be sure to leave your thoughts down below. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys at the next video. I will have a video coming up with someone else talking about this issue as well. But until then, take care. Hope you guys have a good day, week, and happy August. And football season starts back in 3 weeks for Serie A, and a week for the French league. So yeah, I'm Ricky, and I'm out.